Hi, Leapy Puppy. I'm pretty sure you being my clickbait. Oh. Hi there, I'm Amelia. So first point of order, I need to do a little housekeeping. To start, Here's a Concept is going to be still coming out, but just because I have to sit down for like 2 hours just to record and then like 2 more hours to edit an episode of Here's a Concept, I'm going to be moving that to a bi-weekly schedule, so every other Monday it'll be coming out, and in its place I'm going to be doing more vlog style videos like this, either for like maybe writing tags I'm working on or on world building pieces or stuff like that. Just trying to move more content over here onto YouTube instead of just being all on Tumblr. So that's why it's not going to be coming out this week, just so that like I can have this much longevity in the show as I want to, because like I love doing the series conceptually, but sometimes putting pen to paper and like sitting there for 2 hours and like remembering to talk can be very difficult. So I'm going to make sure that I like take care of my mental health and make sure I don't do that every single week, because otherwise it's going to drive me nuts. So with that out of the way, that comes to this video, which is kind of a complimentary video, both for my current beta readers and for anyone interested in beta reading for my book, Boardwalker Deandra's Affair. This is kind of a companion piece to help those readers who have read, who are reading, and who will be reading kind of figure out some of my fantasy terms, because I know phonetics can be hard, so in case that didn't in a good way, this is a phonetics guide to my novella. And I'm also going to go out of my way to get a couple extra words that aren't necessarily in this book, but maybe they're on my map, or they're going to be important very shortly in the series, or they're used predominantly throughout the series, and I just want to repeat how they're pronounced, how they're used, things like that. So getting started, one of the main characters is Diana Silverwell. She is from the Dwarven city in the Dwarf Kingdom of Camdor. She currently lives in the city of Dane and the country of Deandra on the continent of Lumion. Her other companion is Kansa of FAHLA'SURNI. She is a Hanthyr, which is a deer-like race that is sacred to the speaker. The realm of FAHLA'SURNI is from the immortal mist, which is a kind of in-between place between heavens and the mortal realm, where the Hanthyr reside. The Hanthyr send one of their kind under the discretion of their god, the speaker, given the title the World Walker, or the Speaker of the Speaker, to go and help resolve some kind of evil that their people are told about. Kansa brings with her animal companion, Keelthian, a hart, which is a really big, deer that is basically large enough to ride. Both the Hanthyr and the races of the mortal realm believe in the religion called the Spoken Truth, whose god is the Speaker, and who preaches the speaker's will at oratories by a very generally priest, mother, father kind of hierarchy there. Surrounding Deandra, you'll find countries like the Pledges Hills, KALMARAN with its capital of Calvary, Ruthin, the holy city-state of Handmark, and Misthal. Then across the Draken Sea, you'll find Astor and its government known as the Requidium, as well as the countries of Malimbu and Nugura. After, you'll find the Ironborn Empire, as well as the desert nation of Orambella. In the Dwarf Kingdom, where Diana is from, you will find a feudal system ruled by a lord rank called a Kern and a king rank called the Khan. As for races, the main three are definitely in this setting: humans, elves, and dwarves. There are, though, crosses between these races, more common than in other settings. You'd find a half-human, half-dwarf, sometimes called a dwarvish. You'd find half-elves, half-humans called ELF-FISHE, with an emphasis on the fish is usually used as an insult, elfish or elfish. And then someone who is half-elvish and half-dwarf will be called a willowfish, usually as an insulting term. There are very few of this combination just because it can cause a lot of biological complications. The two races don't really mesh. There isn't really a more formal term since this race is extremely uncommon and not necessarily healthy for the individual. In the first chapter, Diana is called a racial slur against her race called a Stoneheart, which is, it's a slur against dwarves. The other couple of races are going to be the DIRIN, which are not quite a golem type of race, but they're kind of somewhere between sentient golems without masters and a plant race. They're kind of a construct that nature has willed to life. And then as well, to the far north, out of the known kingdoms, is the Dragonkin, or the Dragonkind, who are effectively basically like D&D Dragonborn. The main trio in this book travel from the city of Dane to the city of HAWKFEL, who is overseen by Lord Frederick HAWKFEL, with his advisor Claire Eveningstorm and Emily Eveningstorm as his stable master. The trio then travels to the city of Vinhir, the capital of Deandra, with its great city of Vinherin that runs north to the Draken Sea, where they encounter King ARVON Lilithin, who has some complicated history, to put it lightly. So this last one is a bit of a spoiler, so I'm not going to put it on here. It's going to give it away and you're going to be looking for this word, but when you see it, I'm confident you'll know what it is. For those of you who read the book, I'm sure you'll recognize what I mean when I say Odios. And for those of you who will read it, you'll understand it when you get to that point in the book, but it's kind of late in, so I'm not gonna do that one. And that's my very broad overview of the Wordwalker series names. There are definitely going to be way more as the series goes on, and I will definitely do another one as we go into book 2, but right now, since we're not even through book 1, I'm going to hold off on those and just let those all sink in. And if you're interested in any of those really funny sounding names, I put a lot of work into all of them. And if you're interested in seeing how they play a part in this series, you can go and look at this video to look at my beta reading process. Again, clicking here or also in the description if you'd like to see more information on how to do it. And if you're then interested in reading for my beta reading process, I have at least 6 more slots as of recording this. We'll see how that goes up and down, fluctuating with incoming emails. And we'll start working, and you can get a copy of you'll get a free copy of the book if you do a whole beta reading thing for me. So yay! Here's a concept. We'll be back next week. Please remember to send me concept ideas. I only have like 1 or 2 left to get through before I'm going to be back to having to come up with my own ideas, which like I come up with my own ideas all the time, but that's not the point. But I'm also working on a very big project kind of thing for the summer, and we're going to see how far I can get into that. It may not even come out till August because of how much work I'm planning to put into this and how much I want to argue with iMovie on a day. So that's going to be my bit for it. I hope you all liked this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed and you want to see more of my usually very random content in genre bouncing. I do what the fuck I want. If you want to get a hold of me and find more information about what I do and my channel and stuff, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, both at Wordwalker Series. You can find me on Twitter at WordwalkersHeart, and you can find me on Tumblr at Wordwalkers, as well as here at amelias-hart. I will see you all later, and thanks for watching.